going on, guys? This is Z Slash, aka Gabriel Lemaine, here at Comic Cards Brooklyn. Here with
Joe Ollman.
Okay, George Ollman. Tell me a little about. Sorry, Joe.
It's all right.
Tell me a little bit about science fiction.
Okay, science fiction is a story of a high school science teacher, Mark. He's a very pragmatic, realistic guy. Doesn't like science fiction. Him and his girlfriend have a movie night every Friday night. He rents a science fiction movie for some reason, and they're watching it, and he has like a mental breakdown during it. He starts crying and everything, and he can't speak or anything. But then the next day, he tells her that he remembered when watching this movie that he was abducted by aliens when he was in university. And the rest of the book is basically him trying to convince her that he's sincere and he believes he was abducted by aliens, and her trying to get him to get help because she thinks he's crazy.
Like, do things kind of like escalate within his own personal life, or is it mostly them just kind of arguing?
No. I mean, he stops going to work. He becomes obsessed with internet chat sites about alien abduction chat sites, and he starts to get heavily involved with that. She starts getting involved with a male friend, like having an affair kind of thing, because she's traumatized. And
I see.
Yeah, so it spins their whole life kind of spins out of control. It's kind of about the relationship breaking down over this one thing.
Yeah, this kind of is a big interest to me because, like, in my current college where I'm at now, like, I had an experience where I'm currently the treasurer of their science fiction club, and there's another person I interacted with who was like a professor, and like they didn't really like science fiction, so like rather than pouncing on it, figuring out, well, why don't you like it, and try to break it down, because as for many people, like, science fiction is a really big, broad thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have your space operas or on down. And this one's pretty much his initial dislike of the science fiction is like from like, I don't like these kind of fantastical things.
Yeah, as a scientist and like a atheistic, realistic kind of guy, he just finds anything like it's not real. He just has disdain for it. So that's kind of it.
I guess I kind of fall into two of those categories, and like I kind of like science fiction because it's like it allows us to have dreams without. For some of them, like they don't have something else greater, other than the ones that have the ascent to higher plane kind of deals going on.
Well, it's funny. I mean, I don't know why someone would have like a disdain for all science fiction, because there's so many branches of it. I mean, there's got to be something that someone would like within it.
I guess I would imagine much like the things that comic has experienced, where you have people thinking it's only of men in tights punching people.
Exactly, yeah.
Though to be fair, I am not helping that at all. But it is much broader than that, about relationships, about history.
Well, that's it. I think the vast majority of people realize that now, but even nowadays, like, in 2013, a mainstream newspaper will do a comic story, and the headline will be, "Now, pan, zap, comics aren't for kids anymore," and it's like, yeah, we know that, but not everybody does know that, so that's the thing. So it's it's good that there's a wider awareness that comics are more than just that. So.
You mentioned that like you've had a long history writing comics. Yeah. Could you tell us the titles of any of your other works?
The last book I did was Midlife with John and Quarterly, and previous to that I've done a bunch of other short story collections. This All in Tears and Chewing on Tinfoil, and excuse me. Previous to that I did a lot of newspaper comics for years and years.
Yeah, that's actually been really important to me, because like. The newspaper comic industry is kind of withered down to.
The newspaper industry is withering down. So yeah,
this is true.
So yeah, it's inevitable that. But I think it's being replaced by other things like web comics. I don't know how people make money off web comics, but I guess they do.
Well, generally their monetization is pretty much they put up the comics for free, and after a certain amount of period, they'll either get off the previous comics and have you buy the trade, or pretty much leave the comic up forever. You buy the trades and or stuff like T-shirts and paraphernalia of the comic. Or you have digital distribution.
Yeah, and of course they're selling sketches and stuff like that too.
So yeah, it's a different kind of game.
So that's how they make money. Thank you for that.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
All right.
So thanks. It's been nice talking with you.
Yep. Nice to meet you.
This is Z Slash, aka Gabriel Lemaine, signing off.